Hey, I'm Scott, and welcome back to my channel. It's been a few months since my last post, so I thought I'd give you a little bit of an update on what's been going on with me. So back in August, I finally took the time to do a Cologuard test. My wife had been bugging me for years to at least get a colonoscopy, all this, that, and the other. I kind of shied away from the colonoscopy for a long time because years ago I had a friend of mine have his colon pierced, and that caused some complications for him. So I shied away from that for a long time. So I did the Cologuard test finally after years of my wife bugging me, and since we have good health insurance that was going to pay for that, so took the Cologuard, got a positive test result. So now I had to get a colonoscopy done. So that was a big shock to me that I had a positive test. Couldn't believe that. And went into the colonoscopy thinking, okay, I probably have a polyp or two in there that needs to be removed, and or maybe it was just a false positive, but never had any kind of symptoms of ill health as far as my digestive stuff goes. So anyhow, went in for the colonoscopy. I wake up, doctor comes in and tells me you need surgery. So what they found was a mass in a part of my colon that was 4 centimeters in length, which is pretty big. And it was in an area where, and it was because of its size, they couldn't just remove it. And they did some biopsy results. They did a biopsy, and after those results came in, I spoke with that doctor again a few days after the colonoscopy, and he indicated that we had a situation called focal high-grade dysplasia. So basically, I had a precancerous growth in my colon. So I then had to schedule an appointment with a surgeon. That appointment was October 16th, and he explained what we needed to do, and that was going to be removing 1/3 of my colon, and then tying things up and attaching the big intestine to the little intestine, and so I had to go through that process. Now naturally I would have wanted to do that right away, but I had a trip to Italy scheduled for Thanksgiving week, and so I told him that, and so we scheduled the surgery for December 16th. So December 16th came and went, spent a few days in the hospital. Recovery has been going great. So what I'm going to do here is stop this portion of the video and give you an update. We're going to show you what this all looks like on my abdomen. So if you don't want to see that part, then you can skip to the next part, and then we'll come back. Okay, so today is January 16, 2026. It's been exactly 1 month since my surgery to remove 1/3 of my colon. That's also known as a colectomy. So the reason why I needed that done was a routine colonoscopy revealed a growth in the colon that needed to be removed. So the only way to do that was to take out a bunch of the colon. So we had 6 incisions, or they did 6 incisions on me. The big one was down here, 1 here, 3rd one over here, 4th, 5th, 6th. So 6 incisions. Stomach's a little lopsided now. So this morning my weight was 182 pounds. My low weight after the surgery was 177 pounds. I'm basically eating completely normal now. Calories are back where they used to be. And so now my focus is just on trying to regain my strength and muscle mass. As of today, I'm still not doing any squats or deadlifts or anything like that. I'd like to get rid of a little bit more body fat, but I also want to add a good amount of muscle. So that's the goal over the next few months, and my routine is in place. Next week, I meet with the surgeon. I'll get his opinion on when I can start squatting and deadlifting again. Those exercises are going to stay in my overall program, but they're going to be reduced in frequency for the program. So, all right, so there's an update, and check back soon. Okay, so now you've seen what I had to go through, the 6 incisions and all that stuff. Everything seems to be healing up pretty good. Don't have any kind of pain. The belly is very sensitive. They had to shave my stomach. It wasn't super hairy, but they had to shave that. And just everything, the skin just feels really kind of sensitive. That's really the only issue that I feel. Things are a little tight. That big incision down below doesn't feel great. And I don't like the lopsided look of my stomach at this point, but what are you going to be able to do? So my training right now, I've progressively over the last week and a half increased the intensity of my training and the workload, and so far so good. I meet with the surgeon next week, and I will discuss with him whether he thinks it's a good idea for me or not to start doing squats and deadlifts. Those are an integral part of my fitness training, so I really want to get back to doing them as soon as possible. But because they engage the core so much, and that was what I had to avoid doing for a few weeks after the surgery, to let all the incisions and whatnot heal, and because they're cutting through muscle and tissue, and I had to let all that stuff heal back up, because it's the last thing I want to do is develop another hernia and have to go back in for surgery. So I had hernia surgery back in 1998, so that wasn't any fun either. So while I haven't been able to do squats and deadlifts, I did try bench press one day last week, and laying flat on the bench didn't feel great down below here. Off to the one side, I felt a little pinching there, so I'm going to continue to test that. I didn't bench real heavy, but it seemed like the heavier the weight got, the more I would feel that little spot down there. So I stopped at, once I had progressed up to just 135 pounds, so that really wasn't a heavy weight at all. But so I'm going to test that again tomorrow. My intent is to work chest and back, obviously without doing any deadlifts, and then we'll go from there. The leg training I've been doing, been riding my bike in the garage at an intensity level that works the legs a little bit. My conditioning is terrible, so I can't do that for very long. And then I've been doing some Bulgarian split squats and leg extensions and some other stuff. So I'm progressively adding weight and intensity and volume to the workouts. So my goal over the next few months before my 60th birthday in May is to put on a lot of muscle. So my weight this morning, as I mentioned, 182 pounds. So that is a very low weight for me. I had been losing weight throughout the year on purpose, and one issue that I had was I couldn't really train the upper body because I was having a shoulder problem all year as well. So my weight came down from about 190 pounds at the beginning of the year, where I was pretty strong last year, and progressively got down into the 182 to 185 range right before surgery. After surgery, I was down to 177 pounds within a week after the surgery. Obviously, they cut some weight out of me. After surgery, my belly was all swollen and whatnot. And your diet has to be adjusted for a little while as well. But my diet is totally normal now. So my goal now is to just add muscle without adding too much fat to go with that. It's kind of unavoidable unless you're training really a certain way and you're really paying very close attention to your calorie intake. So I'm not sure I'm going to really try and balance that out as much as possible. I think the goal is mainly to pay some attention to my calorie intake, my protein intake, but just train really hard. So so we'll see how all that goes. I'd like to get my weight back up to probably 195, 200 range, as long as there's not a lot of fat going on with that. I had wanted to lose belly fat last year, and I've done that in addition to the surgery helping with that situation. So, but I still have some belly fat that I'd be okay with getting rid of some of that. But those are the near-term goals. So I'm going to continue to update my training going forward with some videos and all that stuff, and we'll show you how I progress with some of these lifts as well. All right, so thanks for watching. Check out scottallencole.com. I'll be posting more there as well. I've posted some longer updates regarding the health situation a couple of times over the fall and over the winter. So you can check that out as well. And we'll see you down the road.